You know, I wasn't gonna talk in this video, I was just gonna do a voiceover, but it's pretty quiet right now, so I'm just gonna start talking. I am on my way to a baby shower, and so I am just getting ready for that. My girlfriend is having her third baby. So crazy. We're the same age and we both have 2 kids. So obviously the thought to have a third is definitely there, but right now my husband and I are just happy with having 2. If we have a third, then it would be on accident, but it would be a blessing. So we're excited for her and her growing family, and it's going to be at a really cute hotel. They have a lounge there, and it's a nice day out here in Southern California. My husband's downstairs with the kids. So I am in love with this Maybelline Super Stay foundation. It has been my go-to every single day. Well, not every single day, but whenever I do wear foundation, I mean, you saw how little I used, and look at the coverage that it gave me, and it is Super Stay. It stays all day. My hair is crazy right now. I'm so sorry, but I promise it's gonna look really good afterwards. And then what I've been doing lately is, instead of using concealer, I've been using foundation as concealer. And so this is Rimmel's Clean Finish Matte Foundation. It's obviously lighter than my skin tone, so that's why I use it as concealer. I like it because it's a lot lighter weight than concealer, but it still has some brightness, a little bit of coverage, and I like how light it is as far as the formula, because it's obviously not a concealer. So I just put a little bit right here, a little bit right there, because I like to have it bright, but I don't have a lot of dark circles or anything that I need to conceal. So this way I'm able to do it with a really light formula. And then what I've been using lately is this kind of angled brush here, and then I just press it into my skin. And I don't really go, you know, all the way out here, because, especially because today it's a day event and I think we're gonna be outside. So I don't like myself to look super made up, because once you hit the sun, things can start to look really bad. And then I like to go in with it's kind of damp. I didn't wet it too much because I don't want it to, sometimes when the beauty blender is a little bit too wet, it starts to pick up the product off of my skin, and it's so frustrating because then I have to go back in to do more, which I like to use very, very little base and concealer, especially for a day event. And then what I have been loving every single day of my life is this Wonder 2 HD Perfect Selfie Powder. This stuff is amazing. So I just press it in with this fluffy powder right here, or fluffy brush right here. I got this in an Ipsy bag, I think. I like to just press it in like that. I don't like to swirl it around. And it keeps anywhere that I put concealer set and matte throughout the day. And then I like to sweep a little bit onto my eyelids. And so the next thing I like to do is to go in with a bronzer. But for me, I like to use this NYX No Filter powder, and this is a finishing powder, so I think it's actually like a foundation powder for darker skin, and I like to use this as a /bronzer contour powder. Did I even say that right? Bronzer / contour powder, because it is darker, but there's a little bit of like a warmer undertone, and so I don't just use this for contour. I just like to define my features just a little bit more since I put on some foundation. And so I like to put it right under my cheekbone right here, and then blend it out to, it's almost like a blush for me, because you can see that kind of warm undertone comes through, and that way I don't have to use a ton of blush. There. So then I will go into, my fan brush. I find that if I'm going to wear makeup during the day and do highlight, I like to put it on first, so that if I overdo it, I can kind of blow it out a little bit with a blush brush once I put blush on. This is Rob Sheppy for Teeny Beauty, and it's called Pearl Fizz. It's a powder eyeshadow. I have had this forever, and it's really pretty eyeshadow, but it's so iridescent that I never used it. And then one day I decided to use it as a highlighter, and I use it all the time now because it is, I love it. It's kind of like a champagne color, So here I'm just gonna put on some highlight on my chicks. Hi, Baba. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh,
Dad, it's a present from Daddy.
Heart pancakes from Daddy. My sweet girl. Delivered them. You say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Jump. Hi. That's really sweet. Will you please deliver a kiss from me to him?
No.
Please. Mwah. I love you. And then I like to put it on the eyebrow bone. So I'm using, I love this shade. It's Los Cabos by Cargo, and it's a waterproof blush. I love it because it's a very natural wash of color. And see how it kind of just tones down that highlight? I like to put my blush right here. I always saw people just put it here, and I thought, oh my god, I'm doing it wrong. But when I tried doing that, it just doesn't look natural on me, so I like to bring it to the front so that when I smile, you can see it instead of having to turn my head and then, oh, okay, there's my blush. And then I take a little bit of whatever's left on my brush and I pinch it, and I put a little bit right here just because I like the way that it kind of looks like a sunburnt look, even though I've never been sunburnt. I don't like to put my face in the sun at all, but I just like how it kind of like ties everything together. If you haven't tried that, try it. I like to go in and contour my nose next. If you like to contour your nose, then you go down the middle here. I like to draw 2 lines here. First, I don't like to do a line from all the way down from the eyebrow all the way down because I don't have a steady hand, and when I try to do that, it kind of like goes all over the place. So I like to start in sections. So I go in the front first, and then what I like to do is actually draw a line right here and right here to accent that hollowness right here below my eyebrows. And then I go ahead and draw a line here down the bridge, but I don't connect it. My camera is flashing that I have 0 minutes left. Let me check it. Okay, so now it says I have 1 hour and 46 minutes left to record. So now I'm gonna take my brush, and I swear okay, here we go. This is Royal and Langnickel. It's an angle shader brush. This is what I use strictly to contour my nose. And so what I was gonna say is, normally you see that, and what I actually like to do, because I have found that if you like have more rounded nostril sides, that if you don't, sometimes it like looks so contoured here, but then it's not contoured here. I don't know if anyone else does this, but this is what I've been doing. So if you have a nose like mine, my nose is not big or anything. It's like, I feel like it's a good size for my face, but if I contour my nose, I need to contour like my whole nose. So what I've been doing is drawing a line here and here to kind of thin out my nose. Oh, and I forgot, I always do this too. Duh. I've never seen anyone contour the sides of their nostrils before, but you'll see. So I like to actually start there. Because I don't know if you've ever noticed people who like contour their nose, like, I'm Filipino, so if you see other Filipinos contour their noses, because Filipinos can have kind of wider noses, and so they like to contour it to make it look skinnier, but I've never seen them contour their nostril, which I feel like it would make a world of difference if they did, and it just slims it down just a little bit more. And it's not like you can see it from the side, but you can definitely tell the difference. I mean, I don't do like a super heavy nose contour anyways, it's just very light. And the pencil I use is seriously something that I bought at like Daiso, where it's like super cheap. And it's just if you're gonna do this, you wanna use something that's very blendable and smooth, not like a waxy or stiff pencil, but you could also use just powder or a darker concealer. And again, if you have a nose like mine, or you want to slim down your nostrils, try that. I wouldn't bring it too far in because you still want to have that contrast, but just the side here. So what I like to do, the reason why I like to do my nose contour before I do my eyebrows is because before I was just doing it like right here and then blending it through my eye, but I actually like to bring it up this way towards my eyebrow because I don't want to think my face like in just sections, like here's my nose and here's my eyebrow. I want to make it more smooth, so I actually bring it up to my eyebrow extend that hollowness and then push it through my eyebrow so it's more natural, because what I was doing before was just stopping here and then blending it in, and it was just, it just didn't look right to me. So I was experimenting a little bit and came up with that technique. So again, I brush whatever's left on my brush all the way up to the sides of my eyebrows, and then I blend it out to the inside of my eye and along my eyebrow. So that way it's just much more seamless and it looks more natural. I like to highlight my nose next. So I just start here on my nose, just a little bit, blend it out, and then I take it down the middle, right along here. And then I take a little bit, put it through here. Sometimes I put it right here. I think I just do that because I see other people doing it, and I don't think it looks good on me, so I don't do it as much. So now I go ahead and start on the eyebrows, and what I've been doing lately is I've been using eyeshadow. This is a Smashbox Cover Shot matte eye palette, and I've been using this darker color, and I use a small angled brush. It just looks more natural. My camera just shut off for some weird reason. Okay, so again, just picked up a little bit more color, and again, focusing on the crease, but blending it out. So no eyeshadow, super natural, almost like there's nothing on there. A little bit more of that blush color. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side off camera in case my camera decides to shut off again. Okay, so I went ahead and did the other eye, and then I just take whatever's on my brush and sweep it underneath my eyes. If you haven't done this technique, I know it's a little scary because you don't want to, like, you know, accentuate any dark circles, or like if you covered up dark circles, why would you put more color under there? But I'm telling you, it just makes a little bit of a difference, and it's actually really pretty. And I've just been I started doing that just recently more and more, and I like the way it looks. So next I'm going to just do a little tiny bit of eyeliner on the top of my lashes. This is the Tattoo ink liner, by Kat Von D, my favorite. Beep. So I've just got a little bit of eyeliner on, and then I like to use the Urban Decay 24 waterline. I need to sharpen it. And I bought the Urban Decay pencil sharpener, which is amazing. It's like the best sharpener I've ever had. Okay. And then curl my lashes. This pretty little eyelash curler is from Tarte. Just a little update on my eyelashes, because I have a lot of videos on eyelash extensions, doing DIY eyelash extensions. I get a lot of questions about my eyelashes and how well they are after you take them off and such like that. So I normally have really sparse, thin lashes, and lately I've been using Rodan & Fields. No, I'm not trying to sell you some Rodan & Fields, but I have been using Rodan & Fields. I just used their Lash Boost, and I have to tell you guys, it's freaking amazing. I was very skeptical at first because they say within like the first 4 weeks, your eyelashes will be like butterflies sitting on your eyelids. And I didn't have that, but I didn't start seeing a difference until maybe 7 weeks later. And even then, it was just my eyelashes were getting thicker, and they started to have a little bit of curl to them, which in my entire life I've never had a natural curl to my eyelashes, because they basically grow down. And you know when someone gets eyelash extensions and they have that really nice curve and it starts to look thick, my eyelashes have that look. You can't really tell because I have the eyeliner on, but they have a curl to them naturally, well, with the help of Lash Boost, and they're thicker. So it's amazing. Again, I didn't start seeing any real difference until 7 weeks, and then now it has been like 10 weeks and they're finally starting to grow super long, which is amazing. And so I am a big believer in the Lash Boost, like I said, I didn't see any results for a while. So if you decide to get it and you have the same issues as me, you're like, it's 4 weeks, I don't see crap, wait a little bit longer, still use it, and you will see the difference. I'm still waiting for them to get longer. So this is the Pacifica Natural Beauty Dream Big Mascara. It's really cool because you can turn this knob up here and pretty much just change the way the mascara one looks. So here, this is for volume, I'm sorry, this is for length, and then you turn it and the thing shrinks down, and that's for volume. It's so cute. And then what I like to use is this voluminous Lash Paradise in waterproof, and then I like to take my Maybelline Total Temptation waterproof mascara, and I like to use this on my lower lashes. It's not as thick of a formula as the Lash Paradise, which I like because I try to use this on my lower lashes and it just gets so messy. And this one here isn't as thick and crazy, but it still is a nice formula, and it just immediately starts to show on my lashes. I hate mascaras where you have to apply and apply and apply and apply for it to even look like you have anything on, and this stuff goes on in like 2 seconds. Boom. Lastly, I like to take just a lip liner and fill in my lips with a lip liner before I do any color, because usually I'm drinking water or tea or kissing my kids and my husband, and I don't like to wear gloss until I'm in the car because it's just gonna come off anyways. And so at least this way I can kind of tie my look together and see if I need anything else. Oh! It literally fell out. Drama! There we go. Okay, so I've got the De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray by Urban Decay. Sometimes I see little dots of the setting spray, so I just tap, 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 tap. Now for my hair. So I used a giant, I think it's a 2-inch barrel. Is there even a thing? I think it's a 2-inch barrel. And I just curled my hair, and now I'm gonna take it out. Look at that bounce. This is zero product, so I don't like to wear hairspray. Ugh, I just don't like the way it feels, but I might add some. Boom. Okay, so that is it for this makeup look, and I will see you guys in my next video.
Bye.
Bye.